that riff, it's the same sort. Hey guys, what's up? It's me, AZODi. Today we are going to be doing Blooming by IU. I really enjoyed Bye Bye Bye. I'm really looking forward to doing this song. I hope after you watch this video you can enjoy the song in a new and different light. If you could hit the like and subscribe button, I would really appreciate it, as I am still trying to grow this YouTube channel. Alright, okay. Nice. Love a guitar.
뭐해라는 두 글자에 네가 보고 싶어 날 속맘에 담아.
Yeah, so straight in. That was a really short intro. I'm a big fan of short intros. The guitar has a slight bit of phasing on it, and the reason being, in my opinion, is that they have done it to make the guitar sound a little bit more interesting as opposed to just having a straight up clean guitar.
이모티콘 하나 속에 달라지는 내 미묘한 심리를 알까? 아니 바쁘지 않아. Nothing 나나 잠들어 있지.
Oh, that's nice.
지금 다른 사람과 함께이지 않아.
Yeah, so already I'm seeing the theme of blue, and the way that they spelt blooming kind of suggests that, and you can see patches of blue patched around the video. I want to say it feels like a very organic music production, and I imagine if she was to play this live, she could have the whole song pretty much covered by a backing band, which is really cool. So you hear that high-pitched sort of sound that sits over the guitar picking. I think that is a guitar harmonic, and a guitar harmonic is when you can place your finger gradually over certain parts of the guitar fretboard, and if you hit the string, it resonates at a real high frequency. A lot of guitarists use it to naturally tune their guitar. It's a great way, but it's actually a very cool effect. Oh yeah. Alright, big chorus. Nice. I just loved hearing guitar in K-pop. At the moment in music production trends, you don't really hear that much all band based music, so it's really refreshing to hear this. As I said earlier, like, this could definitely be live, very easily to do, and they just bring in those crunchy guitars, like power chords that provide a lot of power in the music. I've heard actually that they've changed the snare sound as well, so going from that kind of softer snare sound, it's gone into a more aggressive sort of hit. They've definitely added a lot more reverb. If you don't know what a reverb is, it's that effect that makes a sound spacious. Yeah, let's keep going.
밤샘 작업으로 업데이트 흥미로운 이 작품의 진위. That's me. 어쩜 이 관계의 클라이맥스 이 막으로 넘어가게 지금이 그 타이밍.
Nice. More blue.
같은 마음인가.
Alright, cool. So they went straight into verse 2. There was no rap. I don't think I've heard a rap much. Either way, if she is or isn't, I feel like this song wouldn't have needed a rap here. Yeah, they brought the bass in straight away. So the first half of verse 1, it's just kind of kick, drum, and guitar vocal. But here they've brought the bass in. This is to show development and to show the listener that it's kind of the same as before, but we've revealed a new element into it, which is cool. It's really interesting because it reminds me when I used to have to write in a band, you have very limited instrumentation that you can use to show the listener, you guys, about developing ideas. You can do subtle things like bring in the bass, or maybe change the guitar to palm muting, or maybe a new extra picking. There's loads you can do, but I think with production now, there's a lot more freedom because you just simply have hundreds of thousands of presets and different sound samples you can use. It's not harmonic. 조금 장난스러운 나의 은유에 네 발성이 궁금해. Can we just stop and appreciate how short that pre-chorus is? Is that even a pre-chorus? What do you think? It's definitely 3 or 4 new chords that aren't part of the verse. It's like wrapping up a verse as opposed to bringing in a brand new section. Can you hear that? So they brought in a new guitar to increase hype and show the listener, you guys, development. I think I described that they use the same technique in my previous video, TXT, but it's a very common guitar trait that just works time and time again, and it's so versatile, it's so fluid, it can sit over a lot of guitar production, and it works really well, and they've done it here, which is cool. You know where it has the chords, and it's like da-da-da-da, and there's slight gaps in the chord? They fill it in with this cool little muted guitar picking just to like keep the movement going, as opposed to just completely cutting the song out altogether. Listen really carefully to when the chords pause and then there's a little picking guitar in between it. Mid-late now. Cool, so they brought the energy down for the middle 8, get people ready for the biggest part of the song, which most times will be the last chorus, and this is where you're going to hear maybe 1 or 2 extra elements, vocal elements, music elements. Can you hear that effect that's on the background sort of drum kit? What it does is it gives the perception that the drums sound like they're coming through a telephone, which is a really cool technique. I love using it all the time. Now, the way that you do it is imagine that you've got the EQ frequency range here, and you have the basses down here, and then you have the high-end stuff over here, like the cymbals and crashes and all that sort of harsh stuff. What they've done is they've scooped or cut all the frequency and boosted around 1 to 3K. You know, if you were to call a friend and then you take the phone away and they're still talking and it has that kind of like tinny sort of sound, that's what the effect they're going for here. The reasons why they may have done this is, 1, it just sounds cool. It's a cool technique that works really well and it just sounds interesting. But B, when the next section comes in and they want to bring back the impact and the power of the chorus, they can actually introduce all the frequency back in again. A lot of power in music comes from the low end. Your ear would have got used to not hearing the frequency, and then when it comes in, it's going to have much bigger impact. Feels so good, man. Do you just love the chord, like where they have the big powerful chords and they slightly pause and they fill that silence with the snare, and it just makes the snare sound so much more bigger. That riff, it's the same sort. I really enjoyed that. I think the best parts for me overall in that song were the organic production. There was definitely a less is more element in that sort of music. One thing as well is this could work really well live. I can see her playing with a live band at any show or festival, and it would be really cool to watch. This feeling of like energy that you get from guitars that I don't think many other instruments or presets can replicate. that's why I really like it. Let me know in the comment box below what you thought about the song. Did you enjoy the production? Did you enjoy the video? If you guys want to follow me on Instagram, it's at AZODi Music. I would really appreciate that. And if you could hit the like and subscribe button, takes no time at all. But I would really appreciate it as I am trying to grow this channel. Thanks so much for watching the video, and I will catch you at the same time next week.